Dato Yo True Hawk. Once again, we would like to request for everyone to please rise and offer a minute of silence in honor of the passing of FIBA Asia Secretary General Emeritus Dato Yo True Hawk. This is the FIBA Asia Cup 2025 qualifiers. Philippines versus New Zealand.
Here we go. Kai Soto will jump it up against Tyrell Harrison to start this ball game, and we are live.
And Harrison will open the game playing Junmar Fajardo, not Kai Soto.
Of course, Scotty Thompson making his way back into this unit after missing the Olympic qualifying tournament. Fajardo faces up, misses on the first touch of the ball game. Trying to rush here is New Zealand as they look for a pass inside. Reverse layup is tipped in by Brown.
So Brown with an offensive rebound there, but New Zealand pushing the ball early to get a better chance to score there. High percentage basketball there coming from New Zealand.
Coach, usually we will see Ethan Rusbatch manning the point for the Tall Blacks. Now it's another player in Taylor Britt. Let's see how he will be able to direct the offense. Kai Soto, corner three ball, will not work. Justin Brownlee taps it outside. That will go to the Tall Blacks.
And that's something that we're going to see a lot with Junmar and Kai playing together. Kai will play a lot in the perimeter here, and he's very capable of hitting that shot.
Coach, another thing that has happened now with this lineup is it allows Justin Brownlee to slide back into his natural small forward position.
We can even see Justin Brownlee maybe a shooting guard in this game as well.
Three-point shot coming from the team captain Corey Webster. It's a 5-0 opening for the Tall Blacks. Oh, miscommunication between Scotty Thompson and Dwight Ramos. You see, even the players feel
there's some anxiety
the
here.
Bigness of this moment.
Absolutely. Usually it takes them a while, a couple of plays before they can settle down, and Scotty with a turnover that time. But New Zealand, immediately after that made three-pointer, they were taking full court pressure.
Uh-oh, 2 threes already for Webster. And that will be an early timeout coming from Coach Tim Conan. 8-0 start, a dream on the road for the New Zealand Tall Blacks as we head to our first timeout of this ball game. Couple of screens. Dwight goes under. Pin down screen provided. Webster knocks it down. He has 6 points on 2 threes to power the offense for New Zealand.
Get that ball out, all right? Don't let it fall on the ground. I don't care, anybody. Get that ball out so we can get up the floor and go, all right? Okay? But you got to start going over on those screens on him, man. He's already hit 2. All right? We got to get more physical defensively. We can't let guys just have open shots. Early start. Let's go.
You are still watching the FIBA Asia Cup 2025 qualifiers between the Philippines and New Zealand. Carlo and Coach Mark, as mentioned earlier, there is a lot of history between these two squads. For one, the 4 times that they faced each other, New Zealand came out on top against Gilas. And although it is a squad in the midst of transition with a new head coach, Gilas Coach Richard Del Rosario mentioned that there's still familiarity amongst their players. As he put it, they have a mix of veterans and young guys coming in, and we need to remember that the coaches and players have worked with each other before. And in preparation for the Tall Blacks, there were a couple of things to take note of. One, this New Zealand squad pressures the ball a lot. They are physical and can crash the boards very well. So as for Gilas, there is urgency to make sure that they are able to respond and establish the right tempo early on in the ballgame. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Bea, for that report. This will be the first opportunities to score for Gilas Pilipinas from the stripe and deliver the first 2 points of this ball game. Kai Soto takes full advantage of it, but what we saw in that last offense for Gilas is that they are trapping the ball screen that involves Justin Brownlee.
That's correct, and that's why it's important for the bigs, Junmar and then Kai Soto, to be able to finish when they do that, when they trap Brownlee, and then Brownlee will have to give up that ball. So our bigs must deliver.
8-2 is the count. No field goals yet for Gilas Pilipinas. Can they get a stop? Can they slow down Webster? Britt has it. He swings it to the side. Pull-up jumper. Well defended. Doesn't matter as that shot is knocked down by Sam Wardenberg.
And the Tall Blacks are on point from the outside to start this game. A couple of three-pointers and that perimeter jumper.
Justin Brownlee makes his presence felt now as he connects for the Philippines.
No ball screen for Brownlee, so no double team, and Brownlee attacks one-on-one.
Oh, they're hot. Another outside shot. Another one from Wardenberg, and he converts a triple. It is 30-4 for the Tall Blacks.
This is impeccable shooting coming from New Zealand.
The good thing is that Justin Brownlee has come to play here for Gilas Pilipinas inside the Mall of Asia Arena.
And that's something we can take advantage of. If they will switch their bigs onto Justin Brownlee, then Justin Brownlee will have some open shots here from the perimeter.
Ball screen action. Britt goes to the top. Jumper forced to a miss. Rebound picked up by Kai. That's the first completed stop for Gilas. They're running. Fajardo ahead. Fajardo could not catch it. Brownlee to Thompson to Dwight. Ramos for three. No good. Battle for the boards. One by the Tall Blacks.
And Gilas still searching for our first three-pointer here. That's my concern. When you play big like this, you need to be shoot well enough from three-point range. And so you need Justin and maybe Dwight Ramos to make some three-pointers.
Scotty Thompson getting the stop, drawing the offensive foul. As he's asking for some help here because there are always two Tall Black defenders on that backcourt to slow down the offense of Gilas Pilipinas.
And now it's Brownlee who receives that inbound pass.
They will go to the triangle, but it was denied, so they swing it to the other side now. Oh, good pass to the corner. Ramos for three. That's good.
That's great action there coming from Gilas. You have Justin Brownlee curling in. He attracts so much attention. And that left Dwight Ramos wide open from the corner.
And use of Kai Soto looking for that specific pass.
Absolutely.
Counter three for Brown. Won't work. Kai forces the rebound. Scotty slowing it down. Kai inside. Soto. Extra pass for Fajardo converts.
Couple of assists early here from Kai Soto, and that's what they need to do when they trap Justin Brownlee.
And just like that, it's only a 2-point game now. Gilas Pilipinas waking up offensively. Also getting stops. That would be a traveling violation. Another stop para sa Gilas Pilipinas.
Impressive stretch here from Gilas. There's that pass by Kai Soto. That's a designed play to get Dwight Ramos open because of all the attention being given here to Justin Brownlee. And then off the roll, Kai Soto with a nice drop-off to Junmar.
Fajardo finishes with the left hand, catching his first defender out of position. Now a chance at tie for the squad of Coach Dem. Vodanovic, former NBL MVP. Papasok sa laro, dedepensahan itong si Junmar. Two players have been familiar with each other. Entry pass, MVP versus MVP. Fajardo comes up short. Rebound picked up by Britt. They reset the offense, they leave a shooter open. And Gilas Pilipinas pay for it with another three-point conversion coming from Isaiah Leapa.
And that's where the New Zealand will really try to take advantage of their speed and outside shooting by pushing the ball on transition.
Papasok muna yung bola, di ba? The ball goes inside first until they locate a shooter. Scotty wants it back. Can't get it. Rebound for Wardenberg. Vodanovic, 3 of 4 the last time out. He misses his first look. Look at that. Rebound from Kai Soto. Posting up now is JB. Ramos, another 3. Short. Rebound battle won by New Zealand. Leafa running alongside Vodanovic. And that will be a foul whistled against Dwight Ramos.
I'm liking the looks we're creating here when we get the ball to Justin Brownlee. The shots are not falling though from the outside. But we have a problem so far here on our transition defense. That's something we need to clean up later in this game.
This might be part of the solution. You go a little bit smaller.
Yes.
With Calvin Oftana checking in for Junmar Fajardo, and your defensive specialist Chris Newsome also checking in at the next opportunity.
You have a New Zealand lineup here with at least 4 guys shooting from the outside here, including Vodanovic, of course. And that's why you have to match up a bit by putting in Calvin Oftana instead of Junmar, so we can match up in the perimeter.
Oh, 2 misses coming from Tom Vodanovic as Hiram Harris gets reacquainted with his former teammate, Kai Soto. Triangle form, but they're denying the entry pass, so they swing it to the other side. Brownlee wants to post up against Harris. 8 seconds, a shot lock. Sneaky pass inside. Scotty! Oh, shovels.
But you see there, the familiarity and the execution of that triangle from Gilas Pilipinas. Brownlee finding an open Scotty, but he was just called for traveling.
So after that dream start for the Tall Blacks, they now are up by 5 points. Good pass to Vodanovic. Did not want to pull the trigger. Goes inside. Lefty layup is a miss. Brownlee with a rebound. Newsome pushing for Gilas. Chris Newsome draws a foul. He'll take 2.
Instant impact here in the game for Newsome. Very aggressive. Those are the opportunities where Newsome can really excel. Scotty as well in the open floor, one-on-one. And Chris will go to the line.
Clear hack there from the defense as Newsome is on the line for 2 free throws. Again, it was an 8-0 start for the Tall Blacks. Couple of threes coming from Webster, but an early timeout coming from Coach Tim just to reset their defense, to get everyone to settle down just a tiny bit.
We're in good shape after that start, and to think that New Zealand has 4 threes already in this game, and they're only down 3 points here in the first quarter.
Webster checking back in as they will also go a little bit smaller. That is a guard, the team captain, coming in for their center, as it will be Vodanovic perhaps manning the middle. No natural matchup for Kai Soto now. He will go up against Harris.
Really small lineup now on the floor here for New Zealand.
Oh, that's another turnover forced by Newsome. They're on the run. Newsome naghahanap ng kakampi dito. Gilas Pilipinas down by 3. Soto against his former teammate. Oftana on the repost now. That's a foul against Harris.
Excellent job by Calvin Oftana to get that repost in for Kai Soto. Take advantage of the mismatch there. And New Zealand is forced to foul Kai. Harris is a good defender. In fact, he's the one assigned to Justin Brownlee, but not against Kai Soto.
So it will be Vodanovic with all that heft going up against Kai Soto. The curl. It's a miss coming from Dite. But another possession para sa Gilas Pilipinas. Newsome to Brownlee. JB, 3. Too strong. 16-13. 2 minutes 44 remaining in your first quarter of action. Good defense once again coming from Chris Newsome. And that is his role. Maganda yung pagkaka-explain ni Coach Tim because he said that the re-entry of Scotty Thompson allows everyone to settle back into their old roles.
Right, that's
Newsome to being a defender, less ball handling for Dwight Ramos because Scotty can take care of that.
And Scotty doesn't really have to score in this lineup. He needs to run the offense, be the point guard, and then you put Chris Newsome off the bench as your main defensive weapon.
Better defense coming from Dwight Ramos, but still, the shot is knocked down by Webster.
We've done a great job defending the paint, but New Zealand just making a lot of their outside shots.
And that was a difficult shot that was converted. I think they will go right back to Kai Soto at the post, going up against Harris once again. They swing it instead of Tana. Goes to Newsome, fakes a three, dribbles in closer. Good pass, Soto, one-hander's money.
And that's the shot every center, every 7-footer should have, that little floater from about 5 feet.
But everyone worked hard to give Kai Soto that open look. Another three-point shot is attempted, but that one well challenged by Kai. Kai's running, Soto fakes, Soto converts!
I love that. Fast break opportunity, our big man running, and then you reward Kai Soto with that nice, excellent pass to Kai Soto.
First, this pass coming from Newsome, Kai Soto, make sure it counts, and then Justin Brownlee rewards the big man for running down court, faking Harris off of his boots, turning to the other side, and sinking that baby hook. 18-17, only a 1-point lead now for the Tall Blacks of New Zealand.
Shots, long rebounds. Make sure we get a body on body first. Everyone come in there trying to timber it and shit. We need to get those timbers. Horns down, horns down. Byron, make the catch. Right. Now look, back to you, Flynn. Tyrell with the pin down here. All right. Pin down, smooth corner. Screen and roll. Horns down.
You are still watching the FIBA Asia Cup 2025 qualifiers matchup between the Philippines and New Zealand. Carlo and Coach Mark, as we all know, Kai Soto was cleared to play after being put under concussion protocols due to a hit in the head playing in Japan last November 9. According to Coach Richard Del Rosario, having Kai in the lineup is essential, especially against the Tall Blacks. As he put it, Kai is a big part of the team, and seeing his performance at camp, I can say that he is playing with a lot more confidence now, and decision-making has been good as well. But other than that, he's also familiar with some of New Zealand players, having played with them back in the Australian NBL, which is also very helpful for us. But for Coach Richard, Kai's availability not only helps Gilas in terms of height against the Tall Blacks, but also keeping up with the physicality the opposing team is known to have. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you for that report, Bea, as Justin Brownlee could not see Harris sneaking in from behind as they get another opportunity here. Brown comes up short, and now they're starting to miss from downtown.
That's a good sign here for Gilas, because I think we really have the advantage inside the paint.
Brownlee posting up, draws a double team. Newsome with a cut. Kick to the corner of Tana. Three-point shot is down. Gilas Pilipinas is ahead.
And this is the reason why Calvin Oftana is so valuable, because not only is he a terrific defensive player, he can knock down the three as well.
That is a foul on Calvin Oftana, taken by Cameron, the son of their former head coach, Coach Pero. As you see the playmaking of Chris Newsome, at dyan mo nakikita yung value talaga nitong si Newsome. He has found his teammates, a couple of assists, has forced a couple of stops. Really the biggest reasons why Coach Tim Cole wanted him with his squad.
He is somebody who will make the right decision pretty much most of the time, Chris Newsome. And then, of course, we know what he can do in the defensive end.
Carl Tamayo seeing his first action of the ball game. He had a spectacular performance the last time he saw the New Zealand squad. 16 points, led all scorers for the Philippines. But it was a beat down coming from the veteran Tall Blacks in Auckland a couple of years ago. Free throw, first one is sang by Cameron.
It's very exciting to see this generation. Kai Soto, AJ Edu, who will soon play again for Gilas. And then you have Tamayo, you have Kiambao. These guys are pretty much in the same ages.
So those two free throws coming from Flynn will tie up the contest at 20 apiece with 39.6 seconds remaining here in our first quarter. Oh, jam-packed Mall of Asia Arena. What a beautiful sight to see on a Thursday evening. But we do thank you for joining us on RPTV, One Sports, One Sports Plus, and Pilipinas Live. Carlo Pamintuan and Coach Mark Molina on the call. Gilas Pilipinas looking to retake the lead. Newsome has it, attracts his defender. Newsome, signature shot, comes up a bit short. And now New Zealand could go for the final shot of this quarter. One foul to give for Gilas, should they want it. The hook pass to Bordenberg. They get a free look, top of the key. That is knocked down. And that will allow them to hang on to the advantage. 22-20 after the first 10 minutes of action. The Tall Blacks are up, but only by a basket. Checking out some of the numbers in the first quarter of action, it was the hot outside shooting of the Tall Blacks, but the inside points are in favor of the Philippines.
We're executing well. We're getting the ball inside to Kai Soto. Justin Brownlee here getting inside the paint as well. So it's you're right, a matchup between the perimeter shooting here of New Zealand. They made 4 threes in that opening quarter, although we had a couple also as well coming from one from Dwight and one from Calvin of Tana, but the bread and butter of our offense was mainly inside the paint, and that's a tough shot there coming from Webster. Here's Kai Soto running the break and finishing inside the paint. That's going to be key. I think the more looks we can give to Kai Soto in movement, not in post plays, but in movement, in pick and roll situations, it will be good for us because that will lead to a lot of high percentage baskets.
Kai Soto leading Gilas Pilipinas with 6 points. Out off the bench, you can also count on Chris Newsome and Calvin Oftana to unburden the starters and help out offensively. Got in a couple of threes courtesy of Dwight Ramos and Oftana as Justin Brownlee, after that short break, checks back into this contest.
Bench points, that will be critical for Gilas as well. Calvin made a 3 already. So let's see what kind of contribution we can get from Carl Tamayo.
Here we go with the start of the second quarter from the Mall of Asia Arena. This is the FIBA Asia Cup 2025 qualifiers second window. Philippines versus New Zealand. Britt using the top ball screen. Looking for his options. Goes to Brown. Webster against Newsome this time. That will be a foul on New.
Well, Webster has made a couple of 3-pointers already here. I thought that was a good job by Newsome to make him put the ball on the floor.
Now he is leading all scorers with 8 points in the game, followed by Wardenberg with 7. Oh, that is too much space, and Webster converts another one.
And the big man was not there to help out Chris Newsome in that dribble handoff.
Can Carl Tamayo sink a counter? No, he won't. Fajardo reclaims possession for Gilas. Newsome for 3. Would not get it. Good back tap, though. Another chance here for Gilas to score.
This is a good sign. We're getting offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities.
Oftana did not catch it clean. Lost it on the way up. As the Tall Blacks finally close down that possession. Webster with Tamayo to beat. They leave Wardenberg open, and he converts another three. They are red hot. Those two players specifically, they're both in double digits now.
That's right, and we cannot sleep on these guys. We have to be ready to contest all shots. Look at this. This is a wide open shot because Junmar was not there to challenge that attempt coming from Webster, and then Oftana gives him too much space and a couple of three-pointers to open the second quarter for the Tall Blacks.
8-point lead for New Zealand. Coach Tim Cohn with another early timeout.
We gotta get on him. We gotta get a hand up. Get up into his body. Make him put the ball on the floor. He's only going right, guys. All right? You can't assume anybody's not going to shoot it. You can't assume anybody's going to miss shot. All right? That comes down to defense, fella. Doing our defense. All right?
In transition, you don't go to your man. Minus guy muna. It's in transition. Okay? It's in transition. Okay? Everybody's a shooter.
The point guard, Britt. That guy.
Come on. Get back.
Yeah, guard away. Let's get two more started. Let's get two more started. Let's go.
Pressure mo ka.
28-20 is the count right after Gilas Pilipinas had a brief taste of the lead, 20-18. So that is a 10-0 New Zealand counter.
This second quarter looking like the first. It was an 8-0 run by New Zealand to begin that first quarter. So back to the biggest lead here of 8 points.
But good things happen. Pagkatapos ng unang timeout ng Coach Tim Cohn in our opening quarter, let's see if it could happen again here in the second. We heard in the timeout they want to get Junmar Fajardo going. That is why he gets a touch here. Fajardo to Brownlee. JB, well defended by Brown. Tough jumper, no good. Second effort, it falls on the glass.
That was excellent defense all the way coming from Brown, but he fails to box out Brownlee, and Brownlee takes advantage.
Always a good sign of answer after a timeout, as Webster still running through a couple of screens. Good pass inside, mishandled. Stop completed. Newsome with the basketball right now, going up against Webster. Thompson attacks. Oh, what a move coming from Thompson against a much taller defender at that.
Scotty, he did not settle for that three-point shot. He knows he has the speed advantage against Harrison, and he took him to the basket.
So 4-0 mini run for Gilas Pilipinas. Foul drawn by Webster. Just a tremendous, smart point guard. Webster is knowing na wala na sa position sa depensa. Itong si Carl Tamayo runs right to him and draws a foul.
And he's the guy running the show right now for New Zealand. Not only scoring, but orchestrating as well. And there's that nice move coming from Scotty.
Webster lefty layup, well challenged. But the rebound goes back to the Tall Blacks. That shot is short for Wardenberg. Finally, he misses from the outside.
10 points already in this game to Wardenberg.
So Gilas slowing things down a bit, trying to calm themselves once again here in the second quarter. After the first big blow was landed by the Tall Blacks. Newsome goes to Scotty. Thompson on the push. Felt he was bumped. Referee's not agreeing. Webster uses the ball screen. Webster hangs midair and finishes in traffic.
And New Zealand attacking now the ball screen defense of Junmar Fajardo. And their attack point, this guy, Webster.
13 points in the game, leading all scorers. Tamayo left open. Straight, but a little bit strong. Scotty delivers a wicked pass to Junmar Fajardo.
And that is Scotty Thompson at his best. Initially getting that offensive rebound and then the dish off to Junmar.
30-26. It's a quick attack coming from Britt, and he will be rewarded with 2 free throws coming right up.
That can't happen. After a made basket, New Zealand quickly attacking, and then they got a layup. They were about to get a layup, but we fouled. Nice play coming from Scotty.
From the rebound to the pass, perfect coming from Thompson. But Britt is now on the line for 2 free throws to try and extend this 4-point lead.
And you cannot sleep on this New Zealand team on the defensive end because they're always quick to attack.
Yep.
And then at any time during the shot clock, they will be taking threes.
Uncharacteristic misses from the free throw line coming from the Tall Blacks.
In the first quarter, even Vodanovic missed
two.
two.
As Britt will try to recalibrate. The second one is good. Britt will take a break here as Flynn Cameron checks back in. And 4 wins will be enough to book a ticket for the FIBA Asia Cup 2025, which will be at Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, August next year. They're trying to go to Justin Brownlee early. Catches deep. Brownlee strong down low.
Now that's better than the straight up post to Justin Brownlee because he got that ball on the move, and that is very hard to double team.
Vodanovic gives it to Liafa. Outside shot. Wardenberg. That's back-to-back misses now. Vodanovic down low. Oh, that one just would not fall in for him.
Been a tough game so far here for Vodanovic.
Brownlee on the post. Good God, Thompson connects!
Excellent execution by the two teammates, Justin Brownlee and then Scotty Thompson, of course. First the pass from Kai Soto, and I think that's the third assist of Kai Soto in this game. And then Brownlee to Thompson. Great ball movement, great people movement so far from Gilas.
31-30, only a 1-point lead now for New Zealand as they call a timeout.
Brownlee got that back cut on you right here, but we all got to have an awareness. Like if he's got that matchup, the other guys need to be helping out. So if you've got Thompson's out there or Newsom's out there, you got to make sure we're providing support there. Can't get thrown off those. Right, you got to do your work too. Okay? Running 2 again. We can go either way. I want to go to Corey's one here though. Right, so Corey making this basket. Tommy, you're making that off this. Take that dribble up. Flynn on this one. Don't cut through, go to the corner.
Scorching hot shooting from beyond the arc for the Tall Blacks. 6 of 11 from deep, but they're down 18-4 in points inside the paint. Sometimes it's difficult to imagine how a Gilas Pilipinas squad is up 18-4 against the Tall Blacks inside. But again, it is a new era under Coach Tim Cone, and that has been one of their biggest weapons.
The strength of this team is their size. And they're scoring points in the paint, not by posting up or going one-on-one. It's the ball movement. It's the cuts, the backdoor cuts coming from guys like Brownlee and Scotty.
They force Webster to another miss as Brownlee claims the rebound. A chance now to retake the lead for Gilas Pilipinas. Scotty asking for it. Fajardo wants to post up. One-on-one against Vodanovic. Junmar kicks it out to Scotty. MVP to MVP. Scotty, layup is money!
This is another guy who's trying to make up for that lackluster performance in the last couple of games in the finals.
And he retakes the lead for Gilas Pilipinas. Another miss from Liafa this time. Gilas is on the run, but Scotty hits the break. Scotty still has it. 16 on the shot clock. Popostes in Junmar. Everyone wanting him to attack. Scotty launches from deep. It's there!
Big run here coming from Gilas, and if we make those three-point shots, this will be a win here for Gilas.
Biggest lead of the ball game para sa Gilas Pilipinas. That will be an end one as Wardenberg continues his stellar play in this match.
They double team Junmar. That leaves Scotty open, and then he takes it strong. Great decision by Scotty to drive in because of, and then this time they leave him open for the three, and Scotty makes them pay as well.
Coach Tim Cone pumping his fist. Behind him, the newly installed Gilas Pilipinas youth head coach, L.A. Tenorio. And the newly installed program director and team manager of Gilas Pilipinas youth and Gilas Pilipinas men, Mr. Al Francis Cho. Oh, a poor turnover here coming from Gilas. Vodanovic makes them pay with another 3 for New Zealand.
We've done a great job the last 6 or 7 minutes in terms of taking care of the ball. That is something we cannot afford to do.
Working on what was initially a 2-3 zone defense. And now Dwight has it up top. Brownlee asking for it. JB makes a move, locates Dwight. Ramos. Oh, Guy Soto with a throwdown.
What a look coming from Dwight Ramos.
And that is a poor pass coming from the Tall Blacks. That will result to another turnover as the lead is with Gilas. They're up by 1.
How can somebody miss a 7-footer under the basket? New Zealand, nobody defending Kai Soto.
Post up for Kai against Vodanovic. Lot of weak side movement. Kai measuring it up. Tough pass, could not be caught by Newsome. Another Gilas turnover.
But you can see a lot of the posts up here coming from Gilas. It's really a decoy. They want to look at to pass more than to score off that post up.
Harris caught in no man's land there, had to pass out. And now Brown will try his luck from downtown. That's short.
I thought that was Gilas' ball.
Entire crowd will agree with you. But our referee from Singapore says that he had the best angle on it and it will stay with New Zealand. First look at CJ Perez in the ballgame, replacing Chris Newsome for the final 3 minutes and 4 seconds of this match. That shot is open and it is knocked down by Harris, and he screams at the face of his former teammate, Kai Soto.
I don't know what happened there, but Kai Soto ended up with Harris.
So lead is back with New Zealand by 2, 39-37. CJ has it. He wants to create. Kai Soto gives it right back to him. Perez wants the lead back. Gives it!
Instant offense coming off the bench here for CJ Perez.
Counter attack denied by Brownlee. Scotty on the run. Thompson picks it out. Dwight swings it. Brownlee for 3. Oh!
6 straight points here for Gilas, and this is the biggest lead of the game for Gilas at 4 points. Only a matter of time before those threes start to fall.
Amazing energy here inside the Mall of Asia Arena. Cameron wants to get it back. Not successful. Battle for the boards. Won by Brown. Vodanovic open. Second 3 of the game.
And this veteran, he will not be faced by this crowd.
But every time Gilas Pilipinas had some sort of momentum,
May bawi.
New Zealand will have an answer back. That's an off pass coming from CJ as they will turn it over.
Here's that three-pointer coming from Justin Brownlee. First, it was CJ Perez who made that initial 3 coming off the bench. But New Zealand, as you mentioned, bumawi agad itong si Tom Vodanovic. But we're seeing really excellent action here. Very high level of basketball execution coming from both teams.
Scotty Thompson receives a warm round of applause coming from the appreciative Gilas Pilipinas fans here inside the Moa Arena. Another 3 for Harris. Kai Soto was right there to make it tough for him. 1-point lead for Gilas. Ramos wanted that ball inside as he had a smaller defender. Instead, they will work on the other side. Newsome goes to CJ Perez. To Dwight, 6 seconds to work with for Gilas Pilipinas. Dwight had to shoot, misses. Brownlee will get possession back. Newsome for 3, short. Gilas Pilipinas looking for a big stop here. They are in penalty, so they cannot afford a foul. They swing it to Harris. Barges into Kai Soto. Brown swings it. Liafa open. Could not convert. And Newsome will claim another board. Dwight Ramos. Scoop layup is in.
And now it's our turn to attack on transition. They're trying to go here to Harris because he's being defended by Kai Soto, but Kai Soto has done a great job the last couple of possessions in defending the faster Harris. And there's some trash talking
between the two teammates. As expected, 2-second difference between game block and shot block. Vodanovic wants another three. He will get it. Tied ball game once again at 45. Brownlee, the prayer, hits the backboard. What a first half here inside the Mall of Asia Arena. An instant classic already between the Tall Blacks and Gilas Pilipinas.
And here's that layup here first coming from Dwight Ramos, attacking the basket here from transition to give the Philippines a 3-point lead. But he gave Vodanovic too much space. Coach Tim Cone giving Dwight Ramos an earful heading into the locker room because you cannot let Vodanovic, Webster, and the rest of this Tall Blacks team that much space to shoot from the outside.
The story has been the three-point shooting of New Zealand, the inside scoring and team chemistry of the Philippines, keeping them level, keeping them in this contest as they're dreaming of finally getting one back against the Tall Blacks, a team that has defeated them 4 times in the past. It has been a well-attended ball game inside the Mall of Asia Arena. As we take a look at the statistic, my goodness, 10 of 20. It can't get much better than that for New Zealand.
And then you look at the 2-point percentage of the Philippines, astronomical as well. That's what, 67, 68%. We're leading a rebounding battle. I think that was going to be a given here. But Brownlee, Thompson, and Kai Soto leading the way for the Philippines. On the other side, Webster, and then Vodanovic towards that end of that second quarter, he got hot. But we need to stop the three-point shooting. We need to challenge those outside shots better in the second half.
What happened in the second quarter was exactly what happened in the first quarter. A hot start for the Tall Blacks, but after just one timeout, everything changed again for Gilas Pilipinas.
That's a great sign because we responded to the 2 timeouts that Coach Tim Cone called in that first half. And then this guy Webster, of course, has been a handful for the Philippines. And then a lot of assists coming from Gilas. Great ball movement, Wardenberg as well. So 3 guys really, Vodanovic, Webster, and Wardenberg leading the way for New Zealand.
For Gilas Pilipinas, Brownlee, Thompson, and Kai Soto, the leading scorers, but getting key contributions from CJ Perez off the bench, from Calvin Oftana. Dwight Ramos has made baskets as well. And it's everyone chipping in as best as they could. And the result, a tremendous performance on both ends. Both teams trying to get that double-digit lead, but it just won't get there. There was always a response from the other.
Exactly. Both teams adjusting very well to the runs of the other teams, and that's why we're level here at 45 after 2 quarters.
Are you not surprised that the top 2 teams of Group B are locked in a battle that is tied after the first 20 minutes of action? New Zealand, they want to keep it clean against Gilas Pilipinas. Coach Tim Cone thinks that this will be the squad to finally score one against the Tall Blacks. The second half coming up, it is 45-45 tied at the half between the Philippines and New Zealand. Coming to you from the Mall of Asia Arena, this is the FIBA Asia Cup 2025 qualifiers Group B action between Gilas Pilipinas and New Zealand. And it's tied right now at 45 apiece. Carlo Pamintuan and Coach Mark Molina on the call. And Coach Mark, it has been an epic matchup so far. The first quarter, 2 points in favor of New Zealand. The second quarter, 2 points in favor of Gilas Pilipinas, which left us level after the first 20 minutes.
And in both quarters, it was New Zealand who made the first move, getting an 8-point lead in the first and the second quarter. But Gilas finding a way to fight back. A lot of them coming from points inside the paint. Who would have thought a Gilas Pilipinas team lording it over in points inside the paint at 24-6. And our biggest problem in this game has been defending the three-point line. 10 out of 20 from New Zealand. If we allow that again in the second half, it's going to be a major problem for us. But I think Coach Tim Cohn will make the correct adjustments here, get the team ready, and they will defend the three-point line better because we're not used to defending a lot of a good outside shooting too much here in the Philippines, but we got to get used to defending this New Zealand team.
Those points off turnovers, a bit painful as well because some of the turnovers were not really forced by the defense of New Zealand. And then a couple of those threes came from second chance from the Tall Blacks as well. Corey Webster has been on fire. 3 of 3 from downtown, and he was really the one who started the good flow offensively for the Tall Blacks. When you see a teammate waxing that hot, minsan nakakahawa talaga eh. You get that confidence coming from how hot he's shooting.
He made his first 2 3-pointers in the like the first 2 minutes of this game. As you mentioned, he set the tone here for the Tall Blacks, attacking the paint as well. And then guys like Wardenberg, Vodanovic, they followed suit, but we got to stop this guy together with the other outside shooters of New Zealand.
But on the other side, nung mainit yung naging simula nitong Tall Blacks, Justin Brownlee provided key points early to make sure that it will not be a lead that would be too big for Gilas to overcome.
Justin Brownlee did enough there, 11 points. He did not take a lot of shots, only 8 field goal attempts here from Justin Brownlee. He also did not hug the ball a lot in that first half. In fact, we were moving the ball a lot. Justin Brownlee played decoy as well, getting the ball inside the post and then finding guys like Scotty Thompson for easy looks.
We saw the coaching exchanges in the first half, and we are sure that there will be even more adjustments coming from these two spectacular coaches. Of course, Coach Tim Cohn for Gilas Pilipinas, Coach Judd Flavel from New Zealand, as this is, again, a tremendous crowd that has showed up in support of Gilas Pilipinas. Second half just about to begin here inside the Mall of Asia Arena. Who will stay undefeated in Group B action? We'll find out in the next 20 minutes of play. But if you're Gilas right now, kailangan aware ka na. You will have to be guarded against the hot start of the Tall Blacks, as we see PBA Commissioner Willie Marchal and POC President Sir Bambol Tolentino in attendance. We start the action. Gilas Pilipinas with possession. Thompson, Ramos, Soto, Fajardo, Brownlee, the 5. They wanted a quick touch for Junmar, but he was a little too deep there. Also dealing with a very tall and lanky defender, kaya hindi niya makuha yung pasa.
Similar play. Did we open the game with a post-up for Junmar? Try to do it again here in the third quarter. Oh, Brownlee falls down here, and that's going to be a foul on Harrison, I believe.
Yep.
And Coach Tim Cohn asking it to be reviewed for a possible unsportsmanlike foul, but I don't think the officials will do that.
Yep, we have 2 officials from Japan, 1 from Singapore. That is our crew. As Brownlee opens up a touch for Kai Soto. Elbow jumper won't work. Scotty almost got that signature rebound, but he mishandles. So it's Brown, Wardenberg, Burritt, Webster, and Harrison as the 5 for Coach Judd Flavel. And this is the first time that he's coaching the Tall Blacks, taking over from Coach Pero Cameron. That mid-range jumper, always a deadly weapon for a point guard to have. Burritt takes care of it.
And again, they're going to do that pick and roll against Junmar Fajardo. That's what they did as a point of attack in the first half.
Soto hands it off to Scotty. Thompson goes baseline. Brownlee attacks, but loses control of that basketball. Another stop here for New Zealand.
So now we've opened the first 3 quarters a bit sloppily.
Pero para kay Coach Tim, as long as it's not 8-0 like the first 2, it might be a victory here. Oh, Webster almost being able to put up another 3-point shot. Webster pull-up jumper is money still.
goodness. That's two. Two pull-up jumpers on the pick and roll. And Coach Tim Cone asking Junmar to pick up higher.
That will be another almost turnover. But luckily for Junmar Fajardo, it was a defender. It was Webster who touched it last.
Here's that last play. Look at that. Too much space being given Webster.
Dropping too deep was Junmar. And especially when you know the problem is outside shooting. Brown has done a masterful job of slowing down Justin Brownlee, but the help coming from Wardenberg is going to result to a foul call.
They're going to put their best defenders here on the floor here on Brownlee. First it was Brown and then it was Harris.
"14 seconds on the shot clock for Gilas Pilipinas. Still looking for the first basket of this third quarter. Junmar really wants to get a touch. Ramos lets it fly from downtown, and it's good for three.
That's an important shot there from Dwight Ramos. If you give him space, we all know that Dwight is capable of making those threes.
Burnett again using that ball screen. Ramos comes in over to help, but he was just a tad late, resulting to a personal foul.
And we see there the first adjustment coming from Tim Cone. It was Dwight Ramos